Well, welcome to Jim Goda Stadium. We've got a softball matchup, a doubleheader tonight between the Hawley Nuggets and the Moorhead Spuds. The starting lineups are being announced right now. For Hawley, number 3, Grace Fleming, playing shortstop. Batting second, number 2, Addie Downer, playing catcher. Batting third, number 16, Abby Rux, playing first base. Batting fourth, number 13, Emily Jaden, the pitcher. Batting fifth, number 20, Courtney Bjerke, playing center field. Batting sixth, number 6, Ellie Hastings. That's the third baseman. Batting seventh, number 10, Mackie Halverson, playing right field. Batting number 8, Hannah Johnson, the designated player. Batting ninth, number 14, Taylor Corneliuson, playing second base. And 10th in the lineup, number 4, Maddie Walker. And that's the left fielder. And now for Moorhead, the second baseman, number 4, Kate Gilbranson. The center fielder batting second, Kenzie Downer. The batting third, the third baseman, Maddie Spaeth. The catcher, Thea Bradstein. The pitcher, Drew Severson. The shortstop, Bria Holm. The first baseman, Yitzel Delgado. The left fielder, Haley Floberg. The designated player, Emily Van Raden. And the right fielder, Rianne Mohagan. And now joining us for the play-by-play, Larry Knutson.
An interesting afternoon, that is for sure, with temperatures hovering just over 40 degrees and a little bit of a breeze that is blowing out towards center and favoring the left field line, so anything hit high and somewhat deep is going to have the benefit of the wind trailing. We'll see if that factors into play here this afternoon as Moorhead takes on Hawley. And, of course, kind of a Highway 10 rivalry here between the Spuds and Nuggets. And anytime they can get on the court, it proves to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it should be a good one. You know, Moorhead has played a lot of close games, and Hawley, 3-2 record. They've got a winning record. Their most recent game against Breckenridge was a 12-0 decision. So, they really got the bats going. Moorhead, on the other hand, is looking to kind of get going this year, but played a lot of close games. So this should be a good matchup against a Hawley team that is coming off a very good game and a Moorhead team that feels like they're on the cusp of breaking through.
Well, I have a feeling both teams are feeling that this is a game that if you can withstand the weather conditions, because it is brisk, there's no doubt about it, you're going to withstand that and you're going to come out on top.
Yeah, and especially, as you mentioned, Larry, the breeze. If you can play the wind, I mean, it's not like it's gusting 40 miles an hour, but it plays a factor in the ball and also with just feeling comfortable out there. You can see Drew Severson out at the pitcher's position, and she's kind of trying to move and stay warm. And I think once the play gets going, the players will be fine, but right now it's a little bit cool.
This game is being played on the football turf at Jim Goda Stadium in Moorhead, and so the fence line for the outfield has been brought in and put in place. Markers have been put down. Bags have been put in place that normally are not there. And the coaches are having some last minutes with the umpires along the near side, getting some last things taken care of. So we're looking for a great softball matchup here this afternoon, and it is a doubleheader. And also we want to remind you that between games there will be a recognition of the Moorhead parents as their daughters playing here this afternoon. We'll pay tribute and tell them a little bit about themselves and how much they appreciate their parents.
That's a nice thing. I know there are a lot of communities, just traveling around with my son and daughter at their different events. Soccer is a big one that some other communities do that. We don't see that too much here in Moorhead. They'll do a senior night, of course, but as far as a parents' night and recognizing all the parents of the players, it's kind of a nice thing.
I won't be at all shy to admit to you that the parents that are going to be here have not yet arrived. They're making their way in, but they're finding the first place they can find that is out of the wind.
Yes.
And before they settle in, and it was interesting to say as we announced for the national anthem, would you please rise? Well, there was nobody in the stands. They were all waiting off to the side and getting out of the wind and getting ready for play here this afternoon.
Finding their warm beverages. Hopefully the concession
lot of coffee
stand
and a lot
is
of hot
open.
tea.
Yep.
So Drew Severson gets ready to get this game underway for Moorhead as she lines up. And she will face Grace Fleming to lead things off, followed by Addie Downer and Abby Rux in the Hawley lineup. And as we get ready, Drew Severson is out and all set to go for pitch number 1 here this afternoon. From the right side, Grace Fleming stands in as the windup is, the pitch is inside and actually hit Kate Gulbranson, and she'll take her place down at first now on a hit by pitch.
Well, not the start that you want, but again, you can see Drew Severson putting that hand, the pitching hand, in her back pocket, trying to stay warm, and I just don't think she had a good grip on that ball as she released the pitch.
So Hawley lead things off with a runner at first after one pitch of play, and up comes Addie Downer, the catcher. Batting second in the lineup now with a runner at first base as Severson delivers inside and low for ball 1. A 1-ball count here on Addie Downer. Severson peers in, and she steps back on and gets ready, and here's the windup and the pitch. A slow breaking pitch that just, there's the called strike, a delayed strike call by home plate umpire. And the count evens up at 1-1.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, that looked like a well-spotted pitch, and it just took a while for the umpire to thaw out his hand for the strike call.
I think it took him a while to realize just how good a pitch it was. This one has fallen off, and it's strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes now on Kenzie Downer, the Hawley center fielder. Runner on at first, Kate Gulbranson was hit by pitch. And as she looks out to Drew Severson, making sure that she has her steps coordinated, and then as the pitch is delivered, she takes off. And here's the throw down to first, but she was back in safely. And the pitch was a ball. It was up high and out of the strike zone. So Kate Gulbranson making that initial move down towards second, back in safely, and she lines up at first. And this one has fallen back and off to the right side out of play.
Yeah, a lot of different logistics here playing on the football field, and thankfully they're able to play with some precipitation we had and some wet field conditions. It's nice to have the turf as an option.
Drew Severson on the delivery, and that one bounces in front and off to the side. That's ball 4, unless that was hit. I couldn't tell. Was she hit by pitch?
Yep, it hit her. Yep.
So a second hit by pitch puts Kate Gulbranson down at first, or down at second rather now, as Kenzie Downer takes her spot at first base on a hit by pitch, and there are runners at first and second for Maddie Spaeth, the Hawley third baseman. Here's the pitch, and that's delivered up and away, and Drew Severson having trouble with the strike zone here early on with 2 batters hit by pitch, and this one sailing up and away, and it's ball 1 early on Maddie Spaeth. Infield back and waiting. Here's the delivery, and that one's down. Now here comes another delayed strike. Very delayed strike call to even things up at 1-1. We're ready to resume play before the right arm goes up.
Yeah, we'll have to get used to that.
Drew Severson on the 1-1 pitch for ball 2. That one sailed down and in. That one, you waited, didn't we? From the right side, Maddie Spaeth waits as Drew Severson delivers. Off-speed pitch, and that one's fouled off to the right side. And a ball and 2 strikes. Runners at first and second for Hawley, just underway first inning at Moorhead. Spuds and Nuggets A quick look down at third. Maddie Spaeth is back in the box and waits. As Drew Severson peers in and goes into the pitch. And now another breaking pitch that took something off it. It seemed to slow down right as it got to, and it hit low and out of the strike zone. And so on a 2-2 count, Maddie Spaeth was waiting. Here's the pitch, and this one is lined into center field, and the catch is made as Moorhead center fielder was there, tracking it down. Courtney Bjerke. That was a line drive shot, and Courtney Bjerke played it perfectly for out number one.
Yeah, that was a very well hit ball, and fortunate for Moorhead that it wasn't more into the gap. That would have scored 2 for certain. But the Spuds able to get over there, and Kenzie Downer makes the catch.
That brings up Thea Bradstein. And that pitch is down. I keep wanting to say it's down on the dirt, but there is no. It's played off the turf. Thea Bradstein. And the pitch up and away. Emily Chaden batting, Hawley pitcher. We had our lineup cards mixed up, and I apologize for misidentifying these players early on as that pitch is down low. Here's a quick throw. No, throw it all down at third, and a very alert play by Grace Fleming as she took off with that pitch down on the turf and about ready to slip away. And she advances on. Grace Fleming now at third. Addie Downer stays at first, and there are runners at first and third. And here's a pitch, and this one is lined into center field, and this one finds the gap, rolling all the way to the center field wall. From there, thrown back in quickly. One run is in, and it's a double. Emily Chaden with a double to drive in a run. As Grace Fleming scores, Addie Downer now at third. And that brings up Courtney Bjerke. Predominantly right-handed batting order here for Hawley this afternoon as Bjerke is center fielder for the Nuggets. Swings a bit late on a fastball, and strike one. Infield in just a bit as the pitch is delivered, and this one has fouled off to the right side. Runners at second and third for Hawley. Here's the windup and the pitch, and fly towards right field, back deep and over the head of Moorhead right fielder and over the fence, and that is a ground rule double. So Chaden will be allowed to score. She was at second base. 2 runs on that. Addie Downer scoring. Emily Chaden scoring on Courtney Bjerke's double. And Hawley has jumped to a 3-0 lead here early. And just one out. So Bjerke will get a couple RBIs, and that brings up Ellie Hastings, and a quick visit to the mound by Stacy Holm. Settling down, Moorhead pitcher Drew Severson. Struggled early on with a couple of hit batters to get the game underway before getting a hard-hit line drive by Abby Rux to get the game's first out, and then Emily Chaden and Courtney Bjerke following. Here's a pitch away from and off to the right side of Moorhead catcher Thea Bradstein, and that allows Courtney Bjerke to move on to third base. Now a runner at third with 3 runs already in for Hawley here in the first inning. Severson takes a look. The windup and the pitch is down low. Some players are dressed in the warm-ups because of the cool temperatures and the somewhat brisk breeze here this afternoon. They want to stay as warm and as into the game as they can early on, and so sometimes these players without numbers and identity, well hidden. Here's the pitch, and a called strike. Outside corner, letter high. Hawley's dugout off to the right side and behind the end zone of the football field. Here's another pitch up high, and that's ball 4. So Ellie Hastings takes a walk. Courtney Bjerke at third. Hastings now at first. Runners at the corners with 1 out, and here's Mackie Halverson. And she bats from the right side. Predominantly right side batting order for Hawley here this afternoon with 3 runs in the top half of the first inning and just 1 out. And the pitch. Called strike and a quick throw down to third, but runner back in safely. Courtney Bjerke was down the line just a bit when the pitch was delivered and got back safely. Runners now second and third. Ellie Hastings advancing on that play, and here's a bouncer to their little pop-up to the right side and foul and caught. Moorhead first baseman Yitzel Delgado sliding over to make the play. Pop-up catch for Delgado. And there are 2 away. And the designated player, Hannah Johnson. Called strike. And Drew Severson gets ahead. Here's the look in and the pitch. And that one is bounced to the right side, but foul. Over towards the Hawley dugout area and out of play. Drew Severson back on the pitching rubber as she looks in. Long and steady look before the delivery. And a fastball, called strike 3. And Drew Severson works out of it, but 3-run score. And after 1/2 inning of play, it is Hawley 3 and Moorhead nothing. So we go to the bottom of the first inning with Moorhead trailing 3-0, and first pitch delivered for a called strike. Kate Gulbranson leading things off for Moorhead, Spud's second base player. Kate Gulbranson has Emily Jaden on the mound. It's a called strike, and the second pitch is fouled off to the right side, and quickly Jaden is ahead, 0-2. Face mask protection on pitcher Emily Chaden as she delivers. And that one is a off-speed pitch down and a swing and a miss. And 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out. Kate Gulbranson goes down. And that brings up Kenzie Downer.
Well, that was more of the start that Moorhead was looking for in their half of the first inning. But Hawley able to come out, stay warm in the bench area, and come out and get the first out very quickly.
Chaden has a nice off-speed pitch that has caught the Spud early on. Shows that to be one of her top pitches. Here's the swing into the windup, and that one is up way and away. That one rolls all the way back to the backstop. Kenzie Downer, Moorhead center fielder, made a nice catch for the first out in the first inning. Stands in from the right side. And the pitch. And that's called strike 2. So a ball and 2 strikes on Kenzie Downer. Hawley jumping up early, 3 quick runs in the first inning, and here's a swing and a miss. And strike 2, 2-2 the count now on Kenzie Downer. Chaden delivers, and to the right side, a soft line drive that is caught by first base Abby Rux. And Downer goes down on a soft line drive, and there are 2 away.
Well, Moorhead looking to get something going here with Maddie Spaeth coming up.
Again from the right side, Maddie Spaeth, third base. Chaden is getting off to a good start here this afternoon in the bottom half of the first inning as Moorhead has virtually been unable to touch her deliveries. Here's a soft pitch, bounced right out in front of the plate. And the throw on to first is in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Hawley pitcher Emily Chaden, and after 1 inning complete, it's Hawley 3 and Moorhead nothing.
With possession on the near side, Caleb Alderson. Caleb Alderson down low to Jackson's score. Now back out on top. Here's a shot and a goal! Moorhead's first goal, first lead in their program history. Kenny Boney is going to get the goal. And the Spuds go on top of Sartell.
Now we move on to the top of the second inning as Hawley comes to bat with a 3-0 lead, getting 3 runs. 3 off pitcher Drew Severson in the first, who had some trouble hitting the strike zone early on, but then settled down and got a soft pop foul and a strikeout to end the inning. And that takes us to Maddie Walker, who is the flex player and plays left field. Bats from the left side. And Drew Severson, as she goes after a bunt attempt and tapped it foul, so that's strike 1. Only left-handed batter in the lineup Maddie Walker leading things off here in the second inning. Drew Severson back on and looking. Wind up, and the pitch, and another step out in front of the plate, and a little swinging bunt attempt, but missing, and it's strike two. I believe this is Taylor Corneliuson, the second base player, and that one is down low, and it's 1-2. Taylor Corneliuson. There's a swing and a miss, and Corneliuson down on strikes to start the second inning.
Well, and Severson should be encouraged, the way that the first inning ended, and now, of course, the start of the second here. You take away those first two batters where she, hit by pitch. Both of those runs came around to score, and after that, things really settled down.
Soft pop up to the infield, and Drew Severson herself camps underneath that one to bring it in for out number two. So the first two batters down in order here to start the top of the second inning. And it should be Grace Fleming. Now, we mentioned earlier on that most players are wearing their warm-ups here, and so their numbers are not visible. And we're going to have to go by the fact that we think we got the order right. We'll see.
Yep.
Here's a swing and a miss, and a little soft line drive to the right side is hauled in by, my Moorhead second base player, Kate Gulbranson. And it's a 1-2-3 second inning for Hawley, and after an inning and a half in Moorhead, it is Hawley 3 and Moorhead nothing.
Nick Hastings comes up with it, sends it out. Here's Nolan Westbrook with a shot, and a goal! Nolan Westbrook, leading point getter with 40, with 12 goals and 14 goals, rather than 26 assists. So the Spuds wrap it around, score! So then 5 seconds to go, and it comes up to center ice, and that will do it as the Spuds hang on.
Opening start by Hawley pitcher Emily Chaden as far as Moorhead bats are concerned, as she set the Spuds down in order, 1-2-3. A strikeout, nothing left the infield, a little soft line drive to the first base, and then a dribbler out in front that was picked up and tossed on to first. And with that, it is Thea Bradstein to lead things off for Moorhead here in the bottom of the second inning. Moorhead catcher, Thea Bradstein. Chaden's pitch, and she consistently is taking something off the pitch, and the Spud batters so far are having difficulty catching up and figuring out the delivery of Emily Chaden. Here's the windup and the pitch, and just missing down low, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Yeah, Larry, you picked up on that right away. That the off-speed pitch from Jaden is really difficult for the batters to handle.
That pitch down low, a fastball that got down and inside. As Thea Bradstein settles in to start the second inning. Spuds trailing 3-0. Here's the delivery, and that one is sails up and away. So Chaden delivering up one high. Bradstein settles in. Wide open, strong stance. Here's the pitch and the delivery. Bounced out in front. Jaden up to pick it up. And on the first for the out. So that'll go 1-3 on the put out. The Bradstein down. 4 up, 4 down.
Couple of very close plays at first, but the Spuds not able to beat out those ground balls right in front of home plate.
And that brings up Drew Severson. Wide open stance. Takes the first pitch up high for ball 1. Outfield back, deep to the right. Pitches up high, ball 2. So as Chayton gets ready. Swung on, and this one bleeds into center field as it got between short and second. And the first hit of the afternoon, first base runner of the afternoon, finds Drew Severson checking in at first with a single. To the right side of second base and into center field for the base hit. And here is Bria home. Spud shortstop. Severson will give way after getting the hit to the courtesy runner. As Holm is ready to go, Moorhead, or Hawley rather, is already setting their infield in close, expecting a bunt or a play on the infield inside the bags. They're very close at third base.
Yeah, first
about
and
halfway
third
up.
definitely have come in.
Yep. And so, as Holm settles in, here's the pitch by Chayton, and this one is lifted to the right side and caught. The pop up to the right side, one pitch, and Bria Holm is out, and there are 2 away. That brings up Yetzel Delgado, Moorhead first base player. And the pitch is up and away, ball 1. Hawley with a 3-0 lead. And the pitch up high and away for ball 2. Emily Chayton consistently in the strike zone in the first inning, and to start the second inning, now delivering some pitches up and away, but still keeping the ball in play. And this one's to the right side, scooped up by second, and on its way to first, and the Spuds are out in the second inning. Yetzel Delgado grounding out, and after 2 innings of play, it is Hawley 3 and Moorhead 0.
So 3-2, full count. Payoff pitch. Runners go. That one's hit up the middle, and it's going to reach and through, and the Spuds are going to walk off with another win. Heroics, a base hit up the middle by Caleb Sari, and the Spuds, in dramatic fashion, win this one 3-2. What an ending for the Spuds. They had a walk-off victory against West Fargo, but that one was on a walk. And this one, with bases loaded, Caleb Sari gets a ground ball up the middle, base hit, and the Spuds win it 3-2.
I would say that when you get into stuff like
Hawley comes to bat in the top of the third inning, and Moorhead has made a pitching change. And Hawley, after getting 3 runs in the first inning, coming to bat here in the third with a 3-0 lead. Eddie Downer will start things out. And Stacy Holm has gone to visit with home plate umpire to make the change. And talking things over now with the Hawley coach.
Yep.
Ryan Moorhead is the new pitcher. Hawley batting here, top of the third inning with a 3-0 lead. Eddie Downer leading things off. And here's Mohegan's pitch, and that one is up and away. So Mohegan on in relief here in the third inning. Wheels and deals. Called strike. Outside corner at the letters. Moorhead infield in normal position here at short and at second. Here's a pop-up. Lifted towards center or towards left field. Leaning in on it now. The catch is made. And there's one away.
Yeah, good start for Mohegan. She came out and delivered a couple of pitches up high, but was able to settle down, found the strike zone, and then got the first out on a flyout.
Pitch is down on the dirt for ball one. Just missing low. Courtney Bjerke in the on-deck circle near side. As we wait. Ryan Mohegan's pitch. Catching the outside corner for called strike two. And that pitch is low and it squirts away and rolls all the way to the backstop. As Mohegan delivers. That pitch up and out of the strike zone. Ball four, and a runner now at first. That brings up Courtney Bjerke. Ellie Hastings now on deck as Hawley bats with one out here in the top of the third inning, and the pitch down. Ball one the count. Courtney Bjerke had a double and drove in 2 runs in the first inning. As Ryan Mohegan on in relief of Drew Severson. Bounces one. Here's a bouncer to the right side. Touch of the runner. And the throw onto first. That's a double play. 4-3 on the double play, and the Spuds get out of the third inning as Ryan Mohegan just gives up a single. And then a double play gets the Spuds out of the inning. So after 2.5 innings complete here at Jim Goda Stadium, it's Hawley 3 and Moorhead nothing.
Deflects up and out of play. Spuds are there first. Norman Cifuentes on the restart now for the Spuds. Along the far sideline, trying to make his way towards the middle. Shot in a goal! tough angle shot there for Tommy Alderson, but he found a seam and put it into the net as the Spuds extend their lead 10-1.
Moorhead comes to bat in the bottom of the third inning. And the first pitch delivered is up and out of the strike zone for ball one. Haley Floberg, Moorhead left fielder, swings at the second pitch on through for 1-1. Haley Floberg batting here in the bottom of the third inning. Spuds have fallen behind as they gave up 3 runs in the first inning. That pitch is up and beyond all the way to the backstop. Emily Chayton has been a very difficult pitcher to get a bat on the ball here early on. And the pitch swung on and missed. And that fastball, Haley Floberg, it was past her before she had a chance to see the pitch coming in. So good delivery there by Chayton. As Floberg waits, slightly closed stance, and she bounces one to the left side. Shortstop there to pick it up. On its way over, 6-3 on the putout as Haley Floberg bounces one out to the left side. That'll bring up Emily Van Rayden.
Well, good recognition by Floberg there because Chayton really set up that off-speed pitch that you've been talking about, Larry. A couple of good hard fastballs, and then came back with the off-speed pitch, and Floberg was looking for it, pulled it to the left side just right at the shortstop.
Chayton's fastball swung on and missed by Emily Van Rayden. Falls behind quickly 0-1. Chayton working quickly, delivers a pitch at the letters, but up and out of the strike zone, so 1-1 the count now as it evens up. Emily Van Rayden, the designated player. Emily Chayton delivers. Nice pitch delivered in, but again just missing outside. So 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 the count here on Emily Van Rayden. Straightaway stance from the right side and the pitch. Up high. 3-ball count on Van Rayden. And the delivery. Fastball called strike 2. As Chayton delivers. Swung on and missed. And the high, hard fastball from Chayton sends Emily Van Rayden to the bench with a strikeout, and there are 2 away. So far, Chayton has faced just 1 over the limit. As we go to the bottom of the order.
That was a very good pitch. Off speed. Batter didn't know what to expect, if it was going to be a fastball or, and this one just came floating in for a strike.
And Kate Gulbranson, who struck out in the first inning to lead off the Spuds first, has fallen behind here early in the bottom of the third inning. Kate Gulbranson standing in. And the pitch is fouled straight back. Quick look at Stacy Holm down on the third base coaching box, and she's back in and takes a swing and a miss. And once again, Emily Chayton delivers her heat, and Kate Gulbranson goes down on strikes for the second time here this afternoon, and after 3 innings complete, it's Hawley 3 and Moorhead nothing.
That's hilarious. Oh, that's a good shot. Yeah!
Mohagan in the third inning came on and faced the minimum 3 batters, and will lead and steps in as she peers in for the sign here. And the pitch got away, but off to the side for ball 1 as Kenzie Downer leads things off for Hawley, or for Moorhead rather. For Hawley, Kenzie Downer. Let's give it to Ellie Hastings. And the pitch is bounced in for ball 2. Ellie Hastings had a base on balls and was left on at second base. That her at bat in the first inning. Ellie Hastings standing in here to lead off the 4th inning. And the pitch. Called strike. Rianne Mohagan back and delivering. She throws in an off-speed pitch for a called strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes now on Hastings.
And Mohagan appears to be getting more comfortable out there, mixing up her pitches, going off-speed, going fastball.
And the delivery. Line to the straight up the middle over the second base bag and into center field. So base hit for Ellie Hastings. Hawley with a runner on here to start the 4th inning. That brings up Mackie Halverson, who popped up in the first inning. Mackie Halverson, Hawley right fielder. Rianne Mohagan delivers, and a bunt attempt is fouled to the plate. So strike 1 the count.
Hawley trying to move the runner over into scoring position.
As Rianne Mohagan settles in. Slightly closed stance, and the pitch, and a bunt attempt there through the pitch for called strike 2. And Mackie Halverson falls behind on the count now 0-2. Runner on at first, Ellie Hastings. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch, missing outside. Throw it on to first, not in time. And Mackie Halverson now with a 1-2 count, 2-strike count. Quick look down at the third base box, and here's the delivery. She swung at an off-speed pitch, got a chop on it. It bounces out in front from where it is picked up and thrown on to first for the out. So Rianne Mohagan gets the throw, 1-3 on the putout of Mackie Halverson, and that moves Ellie Hastings on to second on the play. So with 1 out, it brings up Hannah Johnson, the designated player. And the pitch bounced right out in front. Mohagan picks it up, throws on to first, And a quick throw across the diamond to the near side, but not nearly in time. And so the play again will go 1-3 on the putout. Hannah Johnson is out number 2 here in the 4th inning.
Rihanna Mohagan doing a nice job of fielding her position, making the last 2 outs very quickly off of the pitching rubber to field those ground balls.
But on the play, Ellie Hastings now at third. And the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And Mohagan's pitch. Squared the bunt, but she pulled back in time, and the pitch delivered up high. And a ball and 2 strikes now on the Hawley batter here in the bottom of the order. The pitch bounced out in front on a bunt. Over to first. The play is there. It will go to the second base player, and the play is out there, and it is just one batter left at third base. And after 3 1/2 innings of play, the score remains Hawley 3 and Moorhead nothing. Here's a look in. Rolling loose down towards the end line. Behind the net, trying to set up a play from behind. Here's the look by Moorhead, trailing 5-0, looking for their first goal, and it's deflected away. The scoop up and the scoop in, and Moorhead has scored its very first varsity lacrosse goal, coming right in on a nice play, back and forth, give and go, and in to make it a 5-1 score here. We head into the bottom of the 4th inning. Hawley with a 3-0 lead. And the pitch hit up the middle. Fielded by shortstop and played on over to first. And for the out. 6-3 on the putout. Kenzie Downer now 0 for 2 on the afternoon. 1 pitch, 1 out. And here comes Maddie Spaeth.
A nice play by Fleming there at shortstop. That was a pretty hard hit ball, but Fleming able to get over there, field it on her left side, and on to first for the out.
Quickly back in the plate. This one bleeds into center field. Just to the first base side of second and into center. And Maddie Spaeth gets the base hit. Only the second hit of the afternoon, as the Spuds have a runner now at first base. And here's Thea Bradstein. Right-handed hitting catcher. Bradstein bounced out to pitcher Emily Chayton in the first inning. Squares to bunt, pulls the bunt back. And the throw down to first is in time. A steal attempt there was easily in time. Nice throw down by catcher Addie Downer. And that will go 2-4 on the putout. And there are 2 away. So the Spuds kind of gambling just a bit, trailing 3-0 here in the 4th inning. Tried to get a runner advanced, and here's a bouncer. That one came off the hitter, and that will be a foul ball.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if there was some miscommunication on that previous play, because Bradstein squared around to bunt, and then after
I think the job there is to put the ball in play one way or another, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Spaeth came off kind of wondering what happened as she was thrown out at second.
Bradstein fouling that one straight back. Batting now with 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Chayton winds and delivers. And a soft bouncer to the right side. Picked up there. 4-3 on the putout. 3 up, 3 down. In the fourth inning. And after 4 innings complete, it's Hawley 3 and Moorhead nothing. Ball goes up and bouncing along. Lifted ahead. Now Moorhead will have a chance. It's a breakaway try. Here's the shot and a goal. Brianne Martinson getting her second of the day. And she picked up that loose puck. She had a step on everybody. It was just her, and it was just Emma Kate Bursch. And for Moorhead, Brianne Martinson getting her second. Yeah. Hawley 3 and Moorhead nothing as Hawley comes to bat in the top of the fifth inning. Rhiann Mohagan on in relief for the Spuds pitching, starting pitcher Drew Severson, who went 2 innings. And Mohagan has been in and around the strike zone, has a good off-speed pitch, and there's a called strike. A nice break on that off-speed pitch, and it's strike 1. Mohagan quickly delivers. That one bouncing out in front. And a hit by batter. So a runner on now at first base, and that's the third batter hit by Moorhead pitchers here this afternoon. And the pitch, there's a quick throw down at first. The pitch rather was outside. Rhiann Mohagan delivers. That one bounced in. Faced 1 over the minimum since coming on in relief. Rhiann Mohagan now with a runner at first. And the pitch up and away. Two and one the count. And that pitch at the knees, and just did catch the corner for called strike. The near side. Three first. Batting hit. A fastball. So that as Mohagan delivers. And when Mohagan had been the starter. Stay at first and second. Emily. Zone called ball. Fouled at the plate and off to up. Playing back. And delivers. First and second. Fouled back. So 3 pitches. She had a line drive to center. High. And so Rihanna at first and second, and nobody. Grace Fleming had a single and a run. Out of the strike zone and low. An off-speed pitch.
At the plate. Score.
Called ball. Just to play straight away and deep. Here's and that pitch as Grace Fleming comes across. Second. Hawley has made this a
It almost looks like Drew
and played left field, so you expected. Again. But struggled here in the driving in a run. Bases. 4-0 Infield and delivers. Up.
Good hustle. Gather in that loose ball.
For the pitch, and here. Temperatures this afternoon with over a cloudy sky. Hung on and missed. Took something off at
Bjerke was looking for some.
So there's one out now as player hits one. Stretched glove and then bounced over. Ellie Hastings on that double. Owner scoring. Third. Go for 2 in the afternoon with a pop-up. And 3 so far here in the bounced away and on a pass ball of the inning. And so on and missed. And that's Mackie Halverson striking. Hannah Johnson. This afternoon. Here in the 5th inning. Yeah. Delivery. She really took something off. And leaning in, goes in. Just rolls away a bit. Continue on. Runner at third.
And that one hit her.
My vantage point, it appeared to be a pitch. It strikes on and just tips. On at first, now puts runners at first.
Well, the Spuds aren't doing on by way of hit pitch.
With runners, 4 swing at the play and has checked in now at second base. Inning is over, but 4 play. It's Hawley 7 and two. Bottom of the 7th. Stretches. Here has come on. And that brings us to the end of this one. Final score. Bruce Severson will lead things off. Jaden's pitches to of Severson in. Allowed Drew appear to have field and give way to a courtesy runner, but will stay up. Plays and everybody came to the ball and did not advance. It allowed
by home out of the box. Went off her glove.
Delgado lifts one towards right field. In Rhea home the home run, but that's a great Spuds first of the afternoon as at third. Delgado out to short in the third inning. Up high and away, ball one. Wind up in the delivery. Called strike. One run is in here, batted off to the right side. Shaden winds and delivers. In the warm-up circle. Gonna miss. Moorhead now with runners at second. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Faith delivers. And that scores two. Wide open stance. Strike. On.
3-1, good hitters.
And the down high, ball four. Base with a walk. Moorhead sent in the fourth. At first and second. Here's the pitch. Delivery, and that one is fouled. And the and it's off to the right side on that one.
Battle here. At bat. One more here as they've
Emily off speed. Straightaway swung on and miss. Hello. Spaeth. Last at bat. Emily Chaden. The fifth and second. Four will score. The runners at second and third. Four runs here in the inning, and it's a 7.
Yeah, Coach.
Has had a good after. Within 3 and head and over the fence, and that continues. Or 10th batter will come to Bradstein. Six. A game that Buds with a couple of deep fly balls. And some clutch hitting. game is Hawley on the field.
Anna Bratlin.
Gets ready to error and later scored. Base box for the sign. Step. Pitch away. That one dropped down on the right. A called ball and on and missed. And after 5 innings completed, for Hawley, 3 runs in the 5th inning. 6. Drew for ball 1. And straight back. Moorhead out. Here's the delivery. Strike 3. So we Strike three. Here in
the corner, and
off speed. Well, quickly ahead of the count here. Drew Severson delivers.
2 pitch. Try to.
She wanted to change. Slightly open stand. That's out of play, so. Hawley batting. And to center. Again, holding the play to a single. Nice. But Moorhead it up quickly and rifled it right back.
Made a couple of really good game. Hold that.
Be Rux. One out. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Right, no tag.
And Bradstein's been active.
And that one's inside. Two and one the count. Yeah. And runner moves on. What are we calling that?
Yeah, it hit the turf.
The strike zone for ball. Right. Emily Chaden batting here. Steal attempt, no.
I think third, but as it was, the
And the 1-1 pitch for ball two, and it's 2-1. 7-6 lead. Hawley has 3. Than what was delivered in Courtney Bjerke. She's right.
Well, yeah, after back into the dugout.
Runners are. They'll be very anxious. And the pitch. In. 2. 3 goal.
You know, the Spud defense was 2 out hit.
Third on over to first in the inning. Single has made this a 3-score. Hawley 9 and Moorhead.
Clock starts now with Moorhead. Jackson score. Oh. It was a very quick release. The Spuds take.
Change as Abby. Pitcher for Hawley this afternoon. Itzel Delgado. As Delgado. As Abby Rux delivers. Lead. First with a walk.
6 runs in the bottom of the leadoff runner.
Expecting a bunt. Within double play depth there. They seen earlier in the test that arm.
And just put. You get the leadoff runner.
Pitch fouled off.
Hannah Bratlin protect.
And missed. Strike 3. Pitch called strike. Braden. Batting here in the bottom of the with the ball floating away. Second now. And the pitch.
Well, then
3 on that. And Ruck's got a couple. Abramson. Run scored. Kate Gulp.
another in this inning.
And with good speed, doesn't. Three. Out of the inning as they 6. Drew faced the slants. Scored. Top of the sixth. Who started the game pitched the first 2 innings. And she pitched. Is hit with a hit ball. Nice play. Making the catch on that line. Hannah Johnson. And that pitch still hit by the pitch. Moorhead is delivered down low. Up in the pitch. One and it dropped, but with one out. Down to first. 4. There are 2 away. Right. First pitch by Drew Severson. Pitch there is swung on and fouled. Play to foul it off. Walks. On the top of the 7th. Swung on him. Needing 3 to tie as they come to bat. Moorhead coming. First pitch down low. On in relief. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Downer leading off the second. Out and a strikeout. Fielded in for a base hit. And that holds down. With a base hit. Delivered. Back on the first. And again, looking at from behind, but risking any. An overthrow. Taking a good lead off. That. For a called ball. Hawley leading. More. Called strike three. Watching. And there is one away. So Eddie Downer hanging on. Hanging on. And did not get. Runners at first and second. On the field. And on the air. With one out, here's foul. Something work. In the afternoon for Drew. and it's bounced to the side. 1 run is in from the near side. On at first. 7. On the day. Reached on a. And then later scored. The inning with a strikeout. Runners at first. Waiting. And will score here. Recovery to the backstop. And it's a. And Bria home. Hawley with the win. Up high. Three balls and called strike, and the count is full. 3-2 on Bruce. Wine. Watched it sail by.
Now the Spuds still base hit, likely scores.
Has a double and a run score. And walked on the after. Bottom of the 7th. No swing. Runner down at second. Waits. Slightly over. And catcher. That nearly caught it anyway. It's a foul ball.
Bring in the tying run.
Here. We're down to the pit. Pitch is down low for ball. Drew Severson hanging on it. thing going into the fifth. Going on and missed strike 2. Here's in the bottom of the 7th inning. Game 1 of our softball